Good morning. I look like shit because I just woke up. I had a last minute wedding offered to me, so I literally got out of bed and I'm on my way to this wedding, but you know, it's money. So the original artist for this wedding went into labor last minute, but yeah, it's about a 45-minute drive, so I still haven't left the city. The life of a makeup artist, you know? I like it though. I feel really bad, I'm going through a different agency that I don't even work for. This person was obviously very desperate. And I feel so bad that, someone's wedding day could be so easily ruined if something like hair or makeup doesn't happen. Sometimes I'm nervous going into weddings because I don't know, what type of people I'm going to be dealing with, if they're going to be mean to me, but, I'm literally saving the day. So hopefully they're nice to me. We'll see. So I'm leaving my second wedding in a row. This venue is really pretty. They always are, but oh my God. Okay, so the worst angle, whatever. So the wedding yesterday that I went to last minute to save the day, I wasn't scheduled for it. It was through an agency that I don't even work with. If it weren't for me, they had no other backup plan. They would not have had their makeup done at all. They were really nice, really appreciative, really happy that I was there. Didn't tip me. No tips. And that was the second wedding this year that had no tips at all. And today, second wedding in a row, I gave up my Saturday, gave up my Sunday. Again, they were really nice, really grateful. They seemed really happy to get their makeup done. And again, no tip. And they didn't tip anybody. It's not like I sucked. They didn't tip anybody, none of the hair girls, none of the makeup girls. I think that sometimes people don't really know that it's a service that is a tip type of service, but it's like getting your hair done in a salon and not tipping the hairstylist. You know, it's like getting a tattoo and not tipping the artist. The one yesterday is the one I'm more angry about because there were 6 of them. I got up with 5 hours of sleep to go do their makeup, and without me they literally wouldn't have had a backup plan, and they just didn't tip at all. And I don't know, it's kind of discouraging and it kind of makes you feel bad. If anybody does work a job that is a tip type of job, waitress, hairstylist, artist, photographer, whatever, you get it. I don't want to sound like a bitch or a brat. You tip to say thank you for helping out, thank you for doing this for me, thank you for, taking care of this so it's one less thing that I have to deal with or whatever. It's not something that's gonna ruin my weekend, but it just kind of makes me feel bad. Just like when a waitress or a bartender gets a $0 tip, it just kind of makes you feel really bad. Makes you feel like you've wasted your time. I treat everybody with an equal amount of compassion and kindness. I really want to make sure that everybody who sits in my chair feels confident and good and happy. But if people would say ahead of time, I'm not going to tip you, I wouldn't make the small talk. I wouldn't give them that additional mental energy and emotional energy that I try to give people. There is a reward, and it's seeing people look into the mirror at the final phase and they're happy, they feel so good, they're ready for the photos, and that is a reward. But what I'm saying is I will still I would still be happy to provide that service and make someone feel confident and happy, but I put a lot of energy into also listening to people's problems, learning about this person who is a stranger to me, who will remain a stranger to me for the rest of my life. I get to know people, which is something I'm not good at. It's something I don't enjoy. I hate small talk. It makes me so uncomfortable. I get really anxious before I do weddings for that reason. And if they would say, don't expect a tip, I'd be okay, you'll still get exceptional makeup done, but I'm not going to entertain you, I'm going to just get it done. I'm not going to ask about your life, it just feels icky, but I'll get over it, and I'll do another wedding next weekend, maybe get a tip then. But I'm just bummed, like 2 days in a row. My Saturday and my Sunday, I could have been spending this time with Tony. It's a beautiful day, could be outside, and I was just doing makeup with like no thank you, basically. Oh, after the wedding yesterday, I didn't vlog anything because I don't know, I just didn't. It's just something I still feel like weird about doing, but Tony and I hung out. We went to Ulta, and then we tried to go to the mall, but they were closed, and we just kind of drove around. But yeah, I'm gonna just pull over for a minute and then like get my shit together and then keep driving. Good morning. I'm doing some business work for my business, I don't know, my taxes, stuff for my taxes, deductions and stuff. And I have a fucking update because, like, I don't know, I was feeling so icky about not getting tipped 2 days in a row. The wedding yesterday, it was only 4 people, it was really quick, whatever. They still might tip during final payment. If they don't, I'm over it. I'm completely over it, because the one that I was more angry about was the wedding that I picked up last minute for a different agency. And I found out some information. I'm never working with this agency ever again. I'm happy to promote the agency that I work with because it's on Instagram anyway. Like, it's not anything that you wouldn't be able to easily figure out. But I am a makeup artist in Minneapolis. I get hired usually for bridal work, but I've also done some editorial. I'll do whatever. But I work mostly with LHN Beauty. It is run by my good friend Lisa. I've known her for years. We used to work at MAC together. I was one of the first 2 artists hired. My friend Holly and I were the first 2 artists to work with LHN Beauty. Since then, she's hired more makeup artists, hairstylists. I think she has at least 10 people on her team. It's a really smoothly operating, successful small business, and I'm happy to promote LHN Beauty. If you need your makeup done, if you're in Minneapolis, if you want to hire me, whatever, LHN Beauty for bridal stuff. Lisa is amazing. She's a wonderful person. And okay, I will get into why specifically I'm talking about this. So I was like, it was just making me feel so bad. I was like, there was something about the interaction I had with the owner of this other agency. We're just gonna call them other agency, because I don't want to slam them, because like, really, it doesn't matter. You have to ask a lot of questions before you sign on to one. I did not ask enough questions, apparently. I just took a job, and I'm never working with them again. But I went on their website, and I was like, what was it about working for these people that sucked so bad? I don't know. I think it was just like the boldness of not being tipped by 6 people. I'm gonna actually pull up their website because I don't want to misquote, but I found something on their website, and I'm really especially fired up because I got the confirmation of payment from them, and I'm going all over the place. Okay, so the reason that the clients did not tip me was because on their website, they discourage tipping. So I called them out on this, and I'm waiting to hear a response. Okay, so in their like frequently asked questions, do I need to tip the stylist? The answer: we make sure everything is taken care of in advance. This way, no one will have to worry about making last minute payments on the big day. That's how Lisa does it too. She does a final invoice at the very end, or like right beforehand. I'm not exactly sure like how she manages that, but yeah, that's what she does. The clients don't individually pay us. That's not abnormal. What is abnormal? Listen to this bullshit. As a convenience to you and our stylists, we add 18% gratuity to all scheduled services, which will be detailed on the final notice. It is not a convenience to the stylists to not be paid cash money on the day of. It's normal. I'm like pissed about this, and I'm gonna get into why with all of the numbers. So they discourage tipping. They say you don't need to tip your stylist or your artist or whatever on the day of. We will automatically add that to the final bill. When I took the job, I was given a quote of base pay for 6 people. This is just what you will be paid. And then travel. So the travel fee is pretty standard. So total $341. And it wasn't broken down for me by like face. So usually brides cost a little more, and then bridesmaids or like mother bride or whatever is a different price, because brides just cost a little more, which is weird. Whatever. I also just woke up because maintenance came, and that's a whole nother story. She sent over confirmation that she's gonna mail me a check because I didn't want to give her my bank information. Not that I didn't trust her. I didn't think she was gonna do any like fuck shit with it. I just was like, I'm never interacting with you again. Just mail me a stupid check, you know? But I've been like nothing but nice to her. Like, she doesn't know that I feel this way right now. So she's like, confirmation, $341.11. So that is not anything above what I was initially told I would be paid. But she broke it down. Bridal makeup, $70. Makeup for 5 people, $250. My travel fee, $21.11. Let's go back to their website. Bridal makeup package, $310, but that includes a trial. So without trial, $120. So let's figure out how much percentage she's taking out, because she's paying me $70. I didn't actually do this. I did this for the $50, because makeup for 5 people, $250, that's $50 a face. She charges $85 a face. So that's already a higher percentage that she's taking out than Lisa's taking out. But each business owner will do a different thing. Like, I get that. So it comes to about 41% that she's taking out of, I think, each of them, right? Hold on, 85 times. So she's not paying like exactly what the change would come out to if she only took like 40%. So she's taking like 42% from each service, which is more than what Lisa takes out. But like I said, every business owner is different. Whatever. Like, if that's how much her artists agree with when they sign the contract, that's fine. I didn't sign a contract. I didn't ask how much percentage was being taken out, because it wasn't offered to me that way. It was, you'll be getting paid like this base pay. But whatever, like, it's $340 that I wouldn't otherwise have. So I'm happy to have that money that I fucking really need. But it just makes me frustrated, because if she's also charging the clients 18% gratuity and encouraging them not to tip me directly because she'll be taking out gratuity anyway, I would expect the final confirmation of payment to be higher. But it's not. I emailed her back because she needed just an extra detail of information of mine. So it gave me a good opportunity to ask her, does the final payment of $341.11 also include the additional 18% gratuity as stated on your website? Out of curiosity, because either she's gonna say, oh my God, no, I forgot, and she'll send me another check, or she'll say, yeah, it does. In which case, she's taking more than 50%. So if $50 is the amount she's paying her artist, including the additional 18% gratuity, let's figure out what 18% of 85 is. I'm just going off of like the bridesmaids. Like, the bride is a different thing, but it seems as if the percentages are adding up to be an equal amount. So $85 per face of makeup, and she's paying me $50. So if that does not include the additional 18% gratuity that I would expect to receive, since she's charging the clients for it, and it's gratuity for me, the artist who did the work, I would expect to get paid 100% of the gratuity. So if this includes 18% of 85, let's figure out what the fuck that is. I would expect to get $15.30 for each face that I did. So knowing that this lady likes to take just like, you know, the change, let's just go with 15, because that's probably realistically what she would do. $15 per face, plus 50. I would expect to get $65 per face, which is still less than what I usually make. But I would consider that to be a little bit more fair. I would consider that to be expected. If the $50 that she is paying me or any of her artists per face includes that $15 gratuity, she's paying her artists $35 per face when she's charging the clients $85. That is well over 50% of the cost of service. that she is taking from her artists. When I got on the phone with her, we were discussing like what was happening, and I could hear her typing on her computer. She was not doing a wedding. She was not working. She was not working. She owns this business and she was not working. She would have let these people go without makeup that day because she wanted to sit and do admin work that day. She wanted to be at home that day. I don't fucking know. She was not working. You don't bring your laptop when you go do a wedding, which is a huge issue I have with business owners in general, but especially small business owners. No, especially all business owners. Why isn't Jeff Bezos packing packages in an Amazon warehouse? Because he should be. And why wasn't that lady packing up her kit and going to do the wedding? Because it's her business. Instead, she outsourced and she hired me. What I think is going on is that she thinks because I didn't sign a contract, maybe I'm unaware of her policies. I think that she thinks that she can fuck me over and take that 18% gratuity, and I just won't know. It's either that or she's literally taking over 50% of what her artists do, which is also not fair. That is like exactly the energy of like what I hate about like the worst parts of capitalism. She sat at home and didn't do anything, and she made more money than I did off of the work that I did. And yes, she did some of the work. She did the admin work. She did the networking. She did the advertising. She got the job and handed it to me. So she deserves a percentage of the money made on the service that she organized, but not more than the person who actually performed the work. She made more money than me off of the work that I did. That's insane. And I think that's why she encourages people not to tip. That's fucking insane. So I'm not mad at the clients anymore. I can't be mad at them because they were literally told not to tip me. And it's a lesson learned. I'm never, ever, ever, ever helping out this person ever again if anything like this happens again. And big surprise, if you go on their website, literally the first thing you see after like their logo, we're hiring. We are looking for the very best hairstylists and makeup artists to join our family. Find out more. And then like everywhere you go in their fact page, on their about us, everything, we're hiring. It's not a fucking shock that you can't find anybody to work for you. Your contract sucks. The way you handle payments sucks. And you encourage people not to tip for the convenience of the stylists. Why would you do that? What is the reason why you would do that? Anyway, so problem solved. Yeah, oh my God. Luna. Little Lou. So yesterday I got home from that other wedding that I did, and I walked into my apartment and I smelled this horrible smell. I literally thought one of my cats died. Coconut, the calico cat. She's pretty old. She's pretty frail. She still has some life in her, but she's like getting there, you know what I mean? And I immediately like went to find her to make sure she wasn't dead because it literally smells, not anymore, but yesterday it smelled like something was rotting. Something died and something was rotting. And I had Tony come over and pull out my fridge and my stove because I was like, there's a dead mouse. There's a dead mouse under my fridge. There has to be. The smell was putrid, like absolutely disgusting. I need to get out of bed because it's 2:30. Today's a weird day. There's Coconut. The baby. The baby. My little sweet. She has a little crusty eyes. There were no signs of mice, nothing dead, no mouse poop, no tracks, like no signs of mice, thank God. But there were, I should have recorded this, but I was in like fight or flight mode because I was really afraid that I was gonna have to see like a dead mouse. There are holes in the floor. There's like a hole in the floorboards behind my fridge, and like that's where it seemed like the smell was coming out from. I called maintenance yesterday. It was a weekend. They were not in. I was like, there's a dead mouse in the walls. There has to be. I did some Googling because I wanted to try to figure out like what else could this smell be? If it is a dead mouse, how long is this gonna last? If it's a dead mouse, the smell is gonna last 2 weeks, but like weirdly, it's like fading. It's like it's not as bad as it was. Like when I got home yesterday, as soon as I opened my door, I was like, something is dead in here. But now it's like, can't really smell it. So I have another theory of what it could be. But anyway, Google told me that like when you first search like, why does my house smell like something is rotten? First thing that comes up is natural gas leak. And when you click on it, the way that they describe a natural gas leak is like sulfur. It can smell like sewage, rotten eggs, something is rotting. So at 1:30 in the morning, I called Centerpoint Energy and I said I might have a gas leak. Like I knew I was being overly cautious. Like I knew that I was probably being crazy, but better safe than sorry. Literally, if you even suspect that there might be a gas leak in your home, just call them. They don't charge you anything. They come with their little thing, they test around. They can confirm or deny, you know what I mean? And they have like little tools and it's a quick process. Literally better safe than sorry. He got here in like 20 minutes. Like they're on top of it. This is a very serious thing. Oh my God, Luna. No gas leak, but I brought him down to the basement of the building. And as soon as we opened the basement door, he was like, yeah, something is dead in here. Probably a mouse in the basement. Because he couldn't smell the smell in my apartment, but he smelt it in the basement. So I don't know what's going on. It could be the people that live below me might have had like rotting meat in their apartment. Because if you could smell it in the basement and in my apartment, I don't know. Because the smell is kind of gone, I feel like that's probably the case. If it was a dead animal, either it was in their apartment or in the person next to me and they took it out, or it was like dead rotting food. If it was a dead animal in the walls, it would still smell. So I am gonna blame my neighbors on this one. No. Luna, be nice. She doesn't want to play, honey. She's so gentle. She doesn't use her claws at all. She's so sweet. She's so sweet. Sweet baby. Sweet baby. Oh my God. So I skipped a couple days of vlogging just because I fucking didn't do anything. I really just needed to catch up on sleep. I got like really mad about that whole like other agency thing. I did get an update, by the way. That final amount that they paid me does include a tip, which means that they take 60% of the service charge from the artist. So the artist who actually performs the service only gets 40%. And like, once again, I had a whole conversation with like my friend who runs her agency that I work for. Like I had a whole conversation about this with her today. I definitely agree that whoever runs the business and whoever does the admin work deserves to be paid for that work that they do. The person who organizes the situation in which the artist goes in and performs the work deserves to be paid for their time and efforts and energy and resources used to email back and forth, to get everything on the schedule, to oversee the whole process. Like, nobody's arguing that. I definitely think that that is like, that needs to be paid. Without me showing up, they would have made $0. And you can do all the admin work you want, but without an artist to actually show up and perform the service, you make $0. So by taking more money than the artist for work that the artist did, to me, that shows that you don't appreciate the people who work for you. You don't value their time. You don't value their supplies, which are far more expensive than like paying for like a website. You don't value their talents. There's another agency in Minneapolis that's like the biggest one. Like, I know multiple people that have worked for this agency. It's kind of like where you go if you want to kind of dip your toes into freelancing or doing weddings, because they hire pretty much anyone with any amount of like makeup experience. And then you get a lot of experience freelancing with them because they are the largest agency. But they take 60% as well. But they can kind of get away with it because they're so big. They always have people that want to work for them. Clients will hire them. Like, they can just kind of get away with it. But as a small business, you can't really copy the things that a larger business can get away with, because that larger business has a revolving door of artists. People don't stay there very long. People feel exploited and taken advantage by them. And a big reason why is because the compensation plan is not fair. Ew, I just said compensation plan like I'm talking about multi-level marketing. But for real. Also, after thinking about it, I'm pretty sure that they do their gratuity thing the way that they do, because if they didn't, then it would be a lot more obvious that they're only paying their artists $35 per face, which is absolutely fucking insane. Like, that's insane. And then on their website, where they're like obviously desperate to hire people, right after their logo, you see "we're hiring, please work for us." You see it multiple times on the website. And one of the things is like competitive pay structure. And it's like, ma'am, $35 a face is not competitive. That's the worst thing I've ever heard. So I think that they add the automatic gratuity so that it seems as if they're paying their artists more than they are. But then in reality, like, their artists aren't getting tipped then. Like, what they're getting paid after the like automatic gratuity is like kind of more fair. That feels a little more standard. I still don't think it's a fair price, but $50 out of $85 is still the majority percentage of the service performed, which is fair because the service is performed by the artist, not the person who sent the emails and put it on the schedule. Oh, I also found out that the girl that I was kind of like interacting with, who owns the business, doesn't actually perform any services. So I think the reason I have such a bad taste in my mouth about this also, it's not even just the unfair pay, which is just objectively unfair. Like, we can have a whole discussion about this for hours, and like, you will never convince me that it is fair to pay your artist less than what you take for yourself out of the service that the artist performs. But what makes it even more like icky to me is like, she doesn't even do any of the work or like the services, which reminds me of like business owners in general. Like the last job I had, the owners didn't do anything. Nothing at all. Never saw them work, never saw them lift a finger to do anything. And that's been the case for almost every job that I've had. I've had one job where I worked for a small business and one of the owners actually did work, but I think that's just because he really liked doing that work, which is great. I'm glad that he did that. Like, that's something that I can respect. I don't know, it's just like this icky feeling I have about capitalism in general. Like, business owners that don't do the work that they expect of their workers to be able to do. And everyone has their own skills and whatever, but like, you shouldn't be operating a business that you are unwilling or unable to perform the work that it takes to run the business, because it takes more than just emailing and scheduling. I don't know. I think I'm done like ranting about this. Oh my God. Cats, no, get off each other. Jesus, you guys are bad. What's up? So I just finished filming all three of my videos. This is the second look that I've done today, and I'm about to take it off because I'm all done with filming and I'm hungry. So I realized I forgot to show you the nails that I did. These are like little nail stickers with little bats on them, but they're already peeling off and I don't know, I'm kind of over it. Ooh, I just punched you. Feels so good to take off lashes. So yeah, I got all three videos done and it's only, what time? 3:48. So I just need to edit. Ow! Oh, I pulled out an eyelash. I just need to edit all of them tonight. So that's probably what I'm gonna be working on for the rest of the night. Although they're all really short. And I try to aim for that 10-minute mark. And honestly, I'm not exactly sure why. I just know like, it's just something, you know, like YouTube videos are supposed to be at least 10 minutes long, and I don't really know why. And all of the videos that I filmed are gonna be definitely less than 10 minutes long. One of the videos that I filmed today was like my must-watch movies for Halloween or October or spooky season or whatever. And I feel like a fraud because I haven't watched any of them yet. I feel like I just don't have time. So I think I'm gonna watch Hocus Pocus today. So that's gonna be like what gets me motivated to get all my editing done so that I can cozy up and watch Hocus Pocus. Well, mission accomplished. I got all 3 videos edited and uploaded or scheduled to upload. So they're all done. So that's great. It's 1:16 in the morning, so I'm not gonna turn on Hocus Pocus. I'm in bed, clearly, which is fine because I'm watching Gossip Girl. The new one on HBO Max. It's a little cringy. Obviously, it's not gonna touch the original, but it's not bad. I'm getting into it. It's like a teen soap opera, so it's a good genre. But I'm gonna watch this and then fall asleep. My giant forehead. Oh my god. Stop punching your sister. Stop. Stop. You're coming with me. You're coming with me. No, Luna. Leave her alone. Look at her. Look at that tummy. What's up? So this is what it looks like when I do my eyeball pictures for Instagram. Usually whenever I get the chance, I like to do 2 different eyes just so I can have 2 different pictures, kind of 2 birds with 1 stone type of thing. I really love how these turned out. A nice little ghosty little thing, and then a little spider web with little crystals. So this is what I've been working on today, watching Gossip Girl. So I'm gonna take pictures of these eyes, and then when I'm all done, I have so many makeup brushes to wash. I have all of these and then like a ton more just laying around. So I'm gonna work on that, and I'll probably watch Hocus Pocus while I wash my makeup brushes. Little Luna. Whoa.
Following dog.
I like the lamps.
This is like something that someone would post and be like, "You see, look at this caricature art. It's hurtful, hurtful, big word." It's like, but what happens?
You want to go in?
Yeah.
If you laugh this hard about it, you should get it. Haunted Dome.